In the southern part of Florida, a once peaceful town has lost its familiar rhythm. Amidst the vast forests and sprawling swamps, the sound of thrashing and crashing echoes through the air, the bushes torn apart, the ground churned up. The culprits are none other than the wild boars, an invasive and dangerous species, reclaiming their territory. Not only are they destroying gardens and farms, but they're also attacking hikers and campers out of the blue. Unease has crept into every home in the town. We know it's time to take a stand and protect our land. The hunt for the wild boars must begin, and it has to start now. Climbing into the old Ford truck early that morning, we headed deep into the forest where the wild boars had been spotted. With the help of skilled hunting dogs, we were able to track the boar herd more clearly, with each bark and charge bringing the target into the exact position for an ambush. The dogs had driven the wild boars into an open area. From the thick brush, the herd came rushing out. We tightened our grip on our weapons. Nick held his ground, waiting for the perfect moment. A quick, precise shot. This was the start of a flawless coordination. As we moved to a new position, the sound of a beast's growl suddenly filled the air, catching the team's attention. Taking a few more steps, I spotted the target hiding behind the bushes. Determined to restore peace to our village, I aimed and pulled the trigger. I unleashed a barrage of shots at the wild boars fleeing for their lives. The target dropped instantly. Despite giving it our all, the boars' immense strength and overwhelming numbers meant we only managed to take down a few of them. After receiving a call from local residents about wild boars destroying crops nearby, we set out along the trail. We discussed our strategy briefly, then spread out in different directions, setting up ambushes. As we chatted, a wild boar suddenly appeared from the opposite side. The boar was vicious, trying to escape, but with a rifle in hand, John quickly took aim, squeezed the trigger, and fired. The fatal shot brought the animal down, eliminating another threat. After our successful hunts, we pressed forward. The team continued heading west. A few minutes passed in silence, with no signs of any boars. Suddenly, rustling sounds came from the distant brush, drawing everyone's attention. Without hesitation, Nick aimed and fired, the shot breaking the silence of the air. The boar dropped right in the middle of its path. Did you just witness that spectacular moment? Leave your thoughts in the comments. As the sun began to set, the team suddenly spotted the target lurking behind dry trees. I held my breath, squeezed the trigger decisively, and the boar struggled before collapsing onto the roadside. In that moment, I realized that a hunter's skill isn't just about strength or speed, it's about patience, the ability to read every movement of the animal, and knowing exactly when to strike. To end a successful hunting day, we decided to sweep the area one last time before heading back. From a distance, along the trail, behind the dry brush, a large familiar shadow appeared. Without hesitation, I raised my rifle and fired. The shot rang out, and the boar dropped, marking the final target of the day. We were overjoyed. The journey ended here, not only with the satisfaction of a successful hunt, but also with the peace of knowing the town would be safe again. Every year, millions of wild hogs wreak havoc across thousands of acres of farmland throughout the United States. They multiply like a plague, tearing up crops, upsetting ecological balance, and threatening livelihoods. But this time, we're not lurking under the forest canopy, we're hunting from above. In the plains of South Texas, the first rays of dawn barely pierce the horizon. The roar of the helicopter engine mingles with our quickened breaths. In just a few minutes, a battle between man and nature will begin. Who do you think will come out on top? Don't blink, watch closely. The helicopter roars to life, kicking up dust in every direction. We lift off as the sun starts to rise. From above, the patchwork of fields shows scars of destruction, the unmistakable signs of hog devastation. Right side, first group, the pilot's voice crackles through the headset as he lowers altitude and banks sharply. I take aim, finger tight on the trigger. Bullets meet the wind from the rotors. One by one, the hogs collapse in the fields, marking the start of a grueling hunt. The helicopter sweeps in another arc, eyes scanning for the next target. Suddenly, the pilot tilts the craft 45 degrees to chase a fleeing hog below. Instinctively, I line up the shot and fire, even as the helicopter rocks in the air. The first round hits its mark, followed by a rapid burst. Chaos erupts among the herd, and in a matter of seconds, the air is filled with dust, screams, and panicked hooves. We shift to the next open area. Every tilt of the chopper is a test for both pilot and shooter. One, two, three shots ring out, striking the charging target dead on. Dust rises as the hog stumbles and falls. Each shot is a firm warning. There is no safe haven for these destructive beasts. Slowly, peace begins to return. On the ground below, movement surges. A massive herd bursts from the forest edge, shattering the morning silence. The helicopter banks aggressively, closing in on the target. Nick opens fire. Round after round blankets the dusty terrain in smoke. Every destructive animal is neutralized. Crops this year are safe, and the local community can finally sleep peacefully once again. As dust settles, the remaining hogs continue to flee in vain. The helicopter stays hot on the trail, engine and wind roaring like a predator. The gap closes. I hold steady and fire. Each shot hits in silent precision. Only absolute focus matters until the land falls quiet again. This is the true mark of a responsible hunter. Desperate to escape the fiery sky above. From the cockpit, we track every dust trail, every remaining footprint. In the heat of danger, only those with steel nerves can persist, fighting for the safety of the people and the protection of crops. It's not recklessness but determination and discipline that define a hunter's skill, carrying us to the very end of the chase. The video ends here. Which moment made your heart race the most? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join us on the next flight, where skill, courage, and survival always walk the razor's edge.